Hi guys. Today I'm going to show you our Masterwork Mondays, what they are and what to expect, or what I expect in regards to Masterwork Mondays. So a couple of things to think about is number one, I'm an artist, so the projects I'm going to show you are projects that are pretty good because I'm like a professional. I get paid to do this and it's something I'm pretty good at and I've spent so much time practicing. So I don't expect this level of sketchbook assignment for you guys, but I do expect you to try. So what will happen on Mondays in the classroom is every Monday you come in, there's going to be a famous artwork from history up on the board, and it's your job to recreate that in your sketchbook. And I'll show you some examples that I did in here. So for example, there one day was a picture of Vincent van Gogh's famous picture that he did of sunflowers on the board, and so I just did that in my sketchbook. I did this one with oil pastels because I happen to have a pack of oil pastels handy. But you don't have to. You can do it with whatever you have. And I'll show you some different examples that use different mediums in different ways. So this is one example. Just keep in mind that I do expect you to use the full page of your sketchbook on Masterwork Mondays, okay? So there's one. Here's one that I did of, it was the monster from, I think, the Addams Family. But I had that on the board. It was around Halloween time, and I had it up on the board in the classroom, and we finished that. This was a painting that was done by Edward Hopper, and this was on the board in the classroom, and my students recreated this. And typically, when these artworks are on the board, I'll give you a little history of the art project or the artwork too. So for this example, I had this one on the board, so all of the students were working on drawing it and making it look amazing in their sketchbook. And while they were working on it, I read to them a little bit of the history of Edward Hopper's art projects and when he was really famous and what his art projects contained. And so you might get a little history lesson with these too. You may not, but you might. And then one day, one day Vermeer's Girl with the Pearl Earring was up on the board, and so I did that one. This one's just done with pencil because that's what I had handy, and so that's what I did. This one was one that probably most of you are pretty familiar with. This one is by Monet, and it is a bridge over water lilies. So there's a bridge, there's water lilies down below, and there's some pretty weeping willows in the background, and trees and plants and all kinds of stuff all around. And I did this one with a little bit of Sharpie pen, so there's some black Sharpie pen in there, and a lot of colored pencil. So I really don't care what you're using to make your Masterwork Monday. The only thing that I really want you to do is make sure that you're adding value to the picture. So for example, if you can color the whole picture, that would be phenomenal. Color it. If you have to add shading, add shading. This one's colored with colored pencil. This one is colored in with colored pencil and Sharpie pen. This one is colored in with, I think it's colored pencil. It might be oil pastel, but just keep that in mind. So your Masterwork Monday will be a picture I put up on your Google Classroom, and then you will have to recreate it. One thing you'll notice is if you look at my projects, you'll notice there's some writing on all of them. So you look up at the top and there's some writing. So the things that you have to have on your Masterwork Monday is you have to have the date, and then you should also have the title of the project, who did it and what year it was done. And I'll put all that stuff on Google Classroom so you'll have it handy, but make sure you include that. And actually, in my other sketchbook, I had one I wanted to show you. So, yeah, no, I'm lying. Maybe I didn't have one I wanted to show you. It's not in this, oh, it's right here. Sorry guys, I have too many sketchbooks. Okay, so this one was one that I started drawing. It's called Fur Traders Descending the Missouri. And this one is one that I did in pen. And you can see it's not perfect. It's not perfect at all. It's really hard to see what's going on and what's happening. This project I wouldn't get very much credit on because I didn't use the whole page and I could have put more details in the picture. So the whole point of this is just to get you guys to think about some famous artworks through history and to start to remember them. So the first one that we will probably do will be Vincent van Gogh's famous Starry Night picture. I'll put that one up and you can choose to recreate it in pencil, you can recreate it in ink or in Sharpie marker, you can recreate it in colored pencil, in paint, anything that you want as long as you fill up an entire page of your sketchbook assignment, okay? And that's your Masterwork Monday.